Hi guys, welcome back to L.I.Z Connect, of course with me, your host Elizabeth, and today I have a very handsome person. He's simple. Yeah, he's smiling, don't blush. He's very simple. He has a simple profile. He has like he likes keeping it low. His name is Ssenoga Kimuli. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Liz.
So now Ssenoga is a youth like us. He's the founder of My Honey.
Yes.
He has a video coverage studio. He has accomplished a lot. He's a member in different kind of organizations, talk of Rotaract, talk of the agriculture, some bit of agriculture sector. Anyways, I do not want to spoil it all, but he's going to tell us some bit of all that. Yes, Brian, at least let us into that world. Tell us the kind of organizations you're in. You never know, you can.
First of all, thank you very much, Elizabeth, for inviting me to and hosting me to L.I.Z Connect. It's humbling. I'm privileged. My name is Ssenoga Kimuli. I'm privileged to be here. I try to do quite a little bit of things in order to achieve significance in this world. I believe that we were created to serve others, and it's out of service to others that we get our accomplishments and significance in this world. Yes, I am the founder and CEO of a company called Mamlaka Rada Limited. Now, Mamlaka Rada Limited, it has two brands to it. One is My Honey, UG. My Honey.
The shirt?
Yes. My Honey, UG. We deal in things to do with bees, honey, beekeeping, beeswax, hives, bee consultancy, and all.
Okay, and with all the companies that you're running at the moment, what else are you doing? Are you studying? Are you?
Oh yes, I'm a student. I study, first of all, a student of life. But this other conventional kind of studying, I'm a student of Bachelor's of Mass Communication. Yes, at IUIU, Kampala campus.
Okay.
Yes. But then again, during the holidays, I do quite a lot of reading. I try to keep up with the trends by reading. Not just reading on WhatsApp and Facebook, but I walk into that bookstore and buy a book. Whenever I set my targets, say for the month, and I hit a significant level of them, I will give myself a gift. And usually, I'm addicted to books, so I just give myself a gift of a book.
Okay, so now many of you are wondering why I have the My Honey CEO in the show today. The essence of this show is to motivate us, the youth. Like, we can do a lot of things just at our age. Now he is a CEO, he is studying, he's doing a lot. With the youth currently, we have this excuse of time. I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, I am so busy. But how do you define time? Has it at any point disorganized your plans? Has it at any point been a barrier, or you just do a hell with time and say, let me do what I have?
Guess what, Liz? We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours. The same amount of time that the president of the country has, it's the same amount of time that a child of 3 months has. But it's how we apportion that time, okay? You might realize that if you looked at all the time you have, actually you have an extra 8 hours without anything. Take for example, I study in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'll wake up and I know I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. It's all about programming yourself. And when you program yourself, you treasure your time. You don't allow anybody to waste your time. Okay? Because if you are just going by, anything can take you. You know, there is a book I was reading, it's called Empties Drifting By. The reason as to why you see those clouds moving, it's because they are empty. But when they are full with the water, they are ready to pour. Wind doesn't just blow them. So when you're full with this idea, when you're full with work to do, I want to tell you, my brother and sister watching, you can't just drift by. You know what to do. You have an automatic GPS. From here, I'm going here. From here, I'm going here. And you're always on tension. One thing I love is tension. Because when you're on tension, you work things out. But when you're just there, you're just a vegetable growing. And very soon, you will perish. Yeah. So you create time. And when you create time, time will always be available. Take, for example, every day, there are things that I must do. I don't go to bed minus reading.
Yeah.
I will read, and every day I read in my area for about 30 minutes. Okay? I don't go to bed minus prayer. But at 3 a.m., I'm up and I'm praying. Okay?
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes I can go back to sleep for about an hour after my prayer of 3 a.m. But I'll be up early to run around and do other things. Okay?
Yeah.
Those are the things that that will keep you. You just need to have a GPS for what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and when you're going to do it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. But what defines the how might not be a factor, because we find out later as we go along. Nobody was born knowledgeable. We find out ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay? But the what is key. What exactly do you want to do? What exactly do you want to do? And then when you find the what, put the when. Nobody is going to create the time for you. You must say, put a timeline. When I want to do this, when, this time. Okay? Now, that whole process, from the what and the when, okay?
Yeah.
That is the how. The journey is the how. And you might be knowing how to do it, you might not be knowing how to do it, but by the time you reach your destination, you found out how. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now he has perfectly put it in the sense to us that we do not have to claim, we do not have time.
True.
So, Brian, help our viewers understand that by the time you came up with My Honey and all the companies and the videography company as well, you had something in your past. But we all know we have something in our past that we do not even want other people to know. Yes? And who cares about your past as long as you're up there and as long as you're done doing whatever you're supposed to do. So at least let our viewers know. In fact, tell them they are not supposed to base on their past like so much so that they fail succeeding. Like they have to succeed no matter the past.
Yeah. So talking about the past, let me tell you, everyone has their skeletons.
Exactly.
There is no saint as long as you're still living, because we are not angels. But looking at your past and thinking that your past is going to deter you, for me, whoever says my past deters me to do something, I think they are right, because that's what their mind says. You're pushing me to something. Well, I'm standing here, I'm sitting here today on this prestigious show. I didn't wake up to do all these things. I wasn't born knowledgeable. I don't come from this well-to-do family. No. I was once on the streets. Not just 1 year, for quite some time. And yeah, things happened. But today, when I look at that, I moved out. Okay? So looking at your past and saying, I can't do this because of my past, that is laziness. Okay? Because we were not created, we are not creatures of the past. No. there are two things. We are creatures of two things. One, we are creatures born out of love, and we are creatures born out of hope and progress. You know, it's because somebody loved somebody. Two people fell in love that you came. But always people fall in love not just for just, but hoping that things are going to come out good. The past is gone. We are living in the present. What's the most important? Use your present to create your future. Nobody is going to create your future for you, you know? A friend of mine was telling me, now a good friend, some time back was telling me that he thinks his parents don't love him. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Parents were not created to love you. Do they feed you? Do they give you housing? They've met their obligation.
Yeah.
It's now your role to love you. Okay? The Bible says that love your neighbor as you love yourself. So love starts from you. So if you're going to look at your past to stop loving you, I think you need some help. And we can't help you. People cannot help you unless you help yourself first. Okay? And one way of loving yourself and moving out of the past is moving towards doing things that you think are impactful to your life. Take, for example, when I realized nobody is going to wake up and employ this street child, okay, I decided to do things differently. So your past shouldn't deter you. All the people that I've read about, people that I've known, nobody had a perfect past. Even Jesus' lineage, there was a harlot. You know?
Yeah.
In Jesus' lineage, there are those people. Why would we say, oh my God, we thought this is a perfect guy, but you know, so your past cannot deter you to do things. Yes, the past happened, you can't change it. The present, you are in it. So use your present to change the future.
I hope you guys have all heard that. Do not get tied into your past. Now, with all the motivational speaking that you've heard from him, anyway, I know you guys are touched, thankful.
I hope so.
You have to be thankful if you've totally listened, or you're totally going to listen and watch to this particular show. You have to at least pick something from what he has said, most especially the youth. Do not get tied up in your past. Okay, so everyone in life has principles that they follow, right?
Yeah.
So what could be your principles?
Well, I have about 5, 6, or 7 P's. I call them P's because they are principles.
Okay.
Number one principle to me is purpose. First of all, I ask myself, what purpose was I created for? But also in everything that I do, what is the purpose for it? You know, Elizabeth, let me tell you, coming from the streets, and you reach somewhere at the table where you can say, today I'm assured of what I'm going to eat. You must be so purposeful that you don't end up getting back there.
Yeah.
Because the forces that pull you back are many, okay? So, purpose is number one. Everything that we do as young people, as everybody, what's the purpose for it? If you're smoking, what's the purpose? If you choose to do that business, what's the purpose? If you choose to fight somebody, what's the purpose? The end result, what's the reason for it? Okay?
Yeah.
And then the second principle is a P, I call them my P's, is people. You might have the purpose, but if you're not with the right full people, okay, you'll end up going back. You end up losing your purpose.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be a locust and you're flying with grasshoppers. No. Keep your people.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the rightful people with you, look for them. You can always, where there is a will, there is a way. Look for the people, okay? And about people, let me tell you this. Whenever you're in a group of people and you're the most knowledgeable about something, you're in danger. Always find people who are higher than you in understanding, in money terms, in like people who are more connected than you, because they will be able to pull you up. They will be able to challenge you to a higher level, okay? Then another one is planning. You've got to plan your life. You've got to plan. No, your parents are not going to plan your life. The best thing your parents are going to do for you, they're just meeting their obligation of sending you to school, doing this. But you've got to plan your life. You know, there is a scripture in the Bible, Jeremiah 29:11. It says, I know the good plans that I have for you. The plans to prosper you, the plans to give you success and not to hurt you. God is saying that. But it's the same God that says in Proverbs that great are the plans of a man's heart, and the Lord shall direct those plans. Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm in church. But what does that mean? Make your plan, hand it over to him, and he will direct it. Okay?
Yeah.
Your parents, your mother, your father, the best thing they can do is send you to school, but they are not going to draw your revision timetable. So, God is a perfect parent. He's a perfect parent. He has good plans for us. And those good plans, one, he fulfills them by giving us life, showing us opportunity, giving us potential. And what do? To fulfill those plans, we need to give him our plans. Okay?
Yeah.
So your potential, you fulfill it. The gift he has given you is the potential. And how do you give it back to him? By fulfilling your potential. Then prayer. Yes, you can't do anything minus prayer. Actually, prayer is the foundation. You will see a big building, okay? You can't see the foundation. You can't see the establishment. But that's where prayer is. You know, you watch these guys who are boxers, champions and all that. These guys will do the training, they'll box. But after some time, they gas. They lose gas. You know? And how do they rejuvenate? Prayer. You're driving your car 360 miles per hour, let me say like that, 180 kilometers per hour. You need to branch off to a gas station, to a petrol station, and refuel. That's what prayer does. It's the fuel station. You can't drive your car just like that. Then another one is prayer, planning, purpose. You need to play. You need to play. Life without playing is boring. You need to do things that really bring back you, that make your body rest, that put you off work. Take for instance, when I'm working with my champions, those kids, I'm playing because we play around. When I lock my room and I put on music, I love dancing, I'm playing. When I choose to say that I'm going to go for a tour, I'm playing. So you need to play. It will refresh your mind, it will refresh your body. Life that is so serious is boring.
So boring.
So boring, and very soon you'll commit suicide. Yes, so you need to play. Get some time, play football, move with friends, do what? Okay? And then the other P, okay, is what is it? I've forgotten. Yes, get partners. Create partnerships. Go to organizations, okay? I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Kampala Kimuli. I'm a member of the Uganda Apiculture Development Organization. I'm a member of the Blood Donors Society. You know, all that I'm creating partnerships. And those partnerships will widen your links, your blessings.
Yeah.
Count your blessings not mainly by the prayers you say, but by the people you know. Because in this world, what I've discovered, people give business to people they know and like. So if you don't have solid partnerships, your network will be so limited to you, your mother and father, who can barely do nothing for you except giving you food, and your family, and you're all in the same basket. So you need to create partnerships. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. And then persistence. Whatever dream you have, my brother and sister, persist on it as long as you feel that is what you're called to do. Persist. I define persistence, Dr. Miles Monroe, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, defined persistence as the consistent insistence onto something. Things are not going to be okay all the time. They're going to be difficult. I deal with bees. You don't know how many times they've stung me. But just because 210 bees have stung me, I don't say, oh my God, I'm not going to harvest this honey. I go back the next day. I keep going back until they become my friends. So it's through persistence, because we are creatures of persistence. That's why we don't grow long but tall. Thank you.
We have all had it now. That is Brian Ssenoga Kimuli. He has motivated most of us. I hope you guys that are watching this get motivated as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is L.I.Z Connect. Keep your comments running through and don't forget to share. See you. I still remain Elizabeth.